I'm out here harvesting for the third time off these peas, and they have done quite well. They got started a little late out here because we had quite a slow spring. Much like the rest of the world, the climate is steady changing. So these are really popular for being nitrogen fixers, right? These bad boys are really good at pulling free nitrogen sources. Wanted to fight me on that one. Yeah, they pull free nitrogen sources out the air. You know, nitrogen is really volatile. So it moves through the soil, in the soil, out the soil, in the air. And it happens pretty rapidly for the most part. Compared to the other macronutrients, it happens pretty fast. Nitrogen sequestration is a big word for you, broke. So let me ask you this, where do you think the nitrogen is stored that it is sequestering? It's stored in the roots. Now, most people go and they harvest their peas and they do what? Oh, the birds are like having a jam. What's up, pigeons? Y'all are pigeons? Man, okay. They must want some peas. But they're stored in the roots. And when I watch people harvest their beans and peas and they're saying, yeah, these are really good nitrogen fixers, which they are. That's only half of the story though. The other half of the story is the abundance of nitrogen that it is uptaking is utilizing while it's growing, which means the plants that come behind it or planted next to it can't really benefit from it until the plant is done using it itself. And then I watch people pull up the entire plant. You shouldn't do that. What you should do is clip the plants at the base and leave the roots in the ground. The reason why is because all that nitrogen that they are absorbing through the atmosphere and the soil are being stored in the roots. So more times than not, it's a bad op to pull the roots out the ground because then you just removed all that nitrogen you planted them to get. Make sense? This reigns true for most vegetables in the garden. Most of the things that I plant and I harvest, I do not pull up the roots. There are exceptions though. One of those exceptions are like brassicas. Your big boy brassicas, they usually flower and they produce some type of fruit on them, like a broccoli head or Romanesco head, Brussels sprouts. They usually have a pretty dense root system, which means they don't leave a lot of room behind for whatever plant's coming behind them. So typically I pull those roots up. You know, it's your garden, you do it your way, but I figured I'd give you this quick video to let you know that the nitrogen source is in fact in the root system. So leave them in the ground, be all right. Think about it, in nature, no one comes and pulls up the roots. They drop seeds and the plants come right back up. Talking about regenerative growing, let's try to practice what happens in nature as often as possible. So I'm gonna harvest the rest of these peas, clip them, throw some beans in, get these carrots up, and make some baby food. I'll check you next time. Peace.